Hey guys, she don't have her bandana this morning. We were in a rush and we were trying to get some stuff fixed and some Wi-Fi fixed and all this good stuff. And I had a tree limb break off in that wind and knocked my satellite dish down. So when you live out in the woods, you don't get a lot of service, right? Anyway, I wanted to come on again about little Dane Paulsen, the little 2-year-old, sandy blonde hair. Last seen Saturday, March 1st, 2025 in his front yard. Hold on. What'd you do? You almost pulled your collar off your head. And they're searching rivers. There's a river right by his home. Heartbreaking. Oh, wow. Look. To all y'all ladies out there, some beautiful buttercups this morning. They got drones, they got river rafts, there are boats in the river and the water. There's oh man, it's a nightmare. 2-year-old wandered off out of his front yard. The one vehicle that their parents thought looked suspicious, they've done tracked it down, spoke with that person, eliminated that person, that they have nothing to do with this. They reported him missing at 4:25 p.m. on Saturday, March 1st. He was seen playing in the yard, in the front yard, and then woof, vanished. Poof. I don't know. It's truly heartbreaking, especially knowing that there's this much bodies of water around there. I've got the Google Earth up. I know that I've studied the area a little bit. It's kind of a rural, small little. Schultz is a small little town, right on like the river and some bodies of water and lots of water actually around that area. Looks like to me. Now I don't know how close he was to the water sources, but I know there's a lot of them there. It's how far could this little fella have walked, right? We know by past cases, the little girl, for instance, that walked off into the Smoky Mountain Trails or whatever. Remember the little one looking for a cat, and everybody was pointing at the father, and then she was found by a rescue worker or something like 3 miles away. This little Dane has been missing since Saturday, guys. 48 plus hours almost. I don't know. It's heartbreaking. I've reached out to some search and rescue there. They're doing everything in their power they can. Like I said, they got drones in there. They got dogs on the ground. They got boats in the water. They got crafts in the water. They got divers in the water. They got everything. They're doing everything in their power to locate this young man, little Dane. And my prayers and Ruby's prayers, the little man is okay and he's just sitting down somewhere tired, needs a drink of water or some apple juice, some orange juice, something. Needs a little snack, needs, peanut butter cracker, something, little boy. 48 hours of no food and water is a long time. And now I don't know, if this young man was familiar with the area, knew the outdoors well. Some people, when you grow up in the country like I did, man, you run all over that land, right? And it's no problem. Now I know 2 years old is a lot younger, but still, all in all, he could have been somewhere. He could have walked somewhere. He could be sitting under a tree somewhere. I don't know. I pray to God that he's found and he's found safe and he's brought home to his mom and daddy, right? That's what we want. It's truly heartbreaking, guys. I'm saying truly heartbreaking. This is a sad story. At least we know they jumped on this from the start. Whenever they can find a suspicious vehicle that fast and get that person cleared, that's always a good thing. That means that most likely he wandered off on his own, right? He wasn't picked up by a vehicle. There's no Amber Alert. So I'm wondering, do they have surveillance? Do they have cameras in their yard? Something that would have showed this little boy walking off or wandering off into the woods? I don't know. I just know that it's a very, very heartbreaking little story, and I pray to God that this little man's okay. I hope that he's just hiding somewhere by a tree, or like I said, something, right? Like, you know, I don't know if there's a lot of holes and things like that in those grounds there, or caves or tunnels or anything of this nature. I don't know. I don't know how far he's ever wandered off before, if he's wandered off before. I don't know any of that. You know, usually they'll say, hey, he's wandered off before. You know, he's always been found, whatever, but we haven't heard anything yet. And I know it's pretty new. And it is, when it is a 2-year-old, of course, it's fast. You have to react really, really quick. The first 72 hours, the most critical of anything right now. You know, 72 hours without food and water, he can make it. It's just, he needs to be located quickly. I don't know, like I said, I spoke to someone this morning. They got boats back in the water, some other things of this nature. The weather, of course, we know is colder there. It's not, you know, sunny, sunshiny, you know, 80-degree weather, right, like I'm experiencing. It's cold there. And I don't know what he had on. I don't know if he had a little jacket on, if he had blue jeans on, what he had on, right? I don't know. If there would be an Amber Alert that would come out, then we would know more of these things. As of right now, what I'm finding is that, and being told is that, you know, 4:25 p.m., they saw him not in the yard anymore, right? He was not, the mama couldn't see him, basically, the parents. So they called at 4:25 p.m. on Saturday to report him has wandered off into the woods. Now, I'm kind of confused on the suspicious vehicle, because if the mom was worried, is that telling us that she thinks this child was picked up? And then if the case, then why is there not an Amber Alert, right? That's why I'm kind of confused on, but I don't know yet. I'm going to keep digging, guys. We're going to keep pushing. The sun's coming out here. It's breaking daylight. Come on, Roop, let's go. And we're going to do our best to stay on top of this one and see what we can find. And like I said, prayers, 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 and spread his little face, please. Because you never know. Was he picked up by a vehicle? Did he wander off? I don't know. So it's better to put the face out there as many places as we can, spread his little face, just in case he was maybe picked up, right? We dealt with that here a few months ago with the little 8-year-old, remember, down in Aransas Pass, Texas, that was abducted by that man and found at a gas station or truck stop or whatever in the car. So if that's the case, I don't feel it is, maybe because there's no Amber Alert. You know, like take Sebastian Rogers' case, for instance. Amber Alert came out pretty quickly. So I think they knew something was wrong there. This case, I think they're looking at more of the he wandered off. And anytime they're searching bodies of water, it scares me. It breaks my heart. It does. Because I don't know, was this boy autistic? I don't know. He's 2, so I don't know yet if they would have even been able to diagnose, right? We don't know that. I'm sure they would have, but I don't know. I don't know if he'd been checked for that. I don't know. Did he like water? Was he taught to stay his little butt away from water? I don't know. But we're going to continue to dig and dig and dig on this case for little Dane Paulsen, 2-year-old, out of Siletz, Oregon. Last seen Saturday by his parents in the front yard, and then reported missing at 4:25 p.m. on Saturday, March 1st. March 1st, 6 days after Sebastian Rogers was 1 year, he's been missing. You know, and also right around the time that Caleb Harris went missing. What was it, Riley Strand, right, too, I think around this time. Like, you know, it's because I think the seasons are changing, and, you know, it is getting warmer in some areas. The weather is changing. I don't know. It's maybe they're outside more than, you know, it's not as cold. You know, it's truly sad. And I pray to God he's found safe and he's not in that water. Although it's a lot of water. But hopefully he wouldn't, knowing that, you know, it's cold. But then again, I don't know. I don't know how he was around water. I don't know. Anyway, guys, we'll keep y'all posted. We love y'all guys. Remember, allegedly, these are my opinions. Trigger warnings always, times 100 million. And we'll talk on the next one. Please, please, please keep Dane in our prayers and spread this as far as you can, guys. We need it spread because we don't know yet. I know there's no Amber Alert yet, but we don't know what'll change. All right, guys, it's been 48 hours almost. The clock is ticking. So I'm praying for all the rescuers, all the first responders, all the searchers, canines, everybody out there. Please locate this little boy and get him home to his mama and daddy. All right, guys, we'll talk on the next one. Y'all be safe. All right. We love y'all guys always. Be good. All right, Ruby, we out. All right. Bye, guys.